So good evening, everybody. We actually beginning this year a different journey that myself never did it, and I have to dig a lot to find really how in every portion it talks about love, because the whole Torah, he says, love your neighbor, love your friend as yourself. We need to really understand what it is. And by the way, there is an open class on Monday, 7 o'clock. It's about love, but not through the portion of the week. It's about love. So make sure that you tell your friends, your social media, and everybody, family, because it's really, really important to know. I just Googled today to see the percentage of divorce in this world. So Israel, it's 26%, and all the world is between 50 to 65 billions of people. So let's see first the word Bereshit, okay? Bereshit, it means bara, the first three letters is bore, it's like bara, to create, six. And it's also the first day of Tishrei, it's Rosh Hashanah, Aleph B'Tishrei, same letters as Bereshit. Also an O to Shabbat, Yareh Shabbat. And also the house is first, Rosh Bait. And let's start and see how everything, really, it's amazing, connected to Ve'afta Kamocha, how it's connected to love. So we have, in a way, it's a story of creation. And the story of creation, really, it's about revealing the secret of love. And it looks like that when we read the story, that they say Nefesh Hayah. So if you know what it means, Nefesh, it's the lowest level of the soul, and Hayah, it's an animal. So everything is Nefesh Hayah. But the only difference is that Adam means us. We received some kind of special gift, Mitzalmo shel Habore, from the Tzelem, from the, we call it the Tzelem. It's a word. I'm not sure there is even a word in English for it. Okay, it's like the shadow of God, but the Tzelem is something that we need to know that connects between all the parts of the soul and the body. In Hebrew, we say, when a person me'abed tzelem enosh, he lose that tzelem, okay? He become like an animal, he become vicious, he become, it could be murder, it could be anything. So we have to be careful not to lose the tzelem. And the second part, when we lose the tzelem, there is two tzelem. When we lose the first one, the second one comes after. That means the person supposed to die. So we have to understand what it means when we receive that tzelem. It means betzalmo, betzelem dmut tavnito. We've been created in his image, and we cannot take it for granted. We understand, unfortunately, we understand the force of the soul, the force of life, only after that. Before that, we don't understand it. We take it for granted. We don't even think about it. So it says, Mitzelem dmut tavnito, that's his image. Hasmuya, it's, you know, if you look at it, it's not revealed. You see the body, you don't see that image, that force that called neshama, we don't see it. But why we received that image? So we can reveal the love. That's why. Because if not, we could be like an animal, nefesh hayah. You know, because if you look at it, most animals and some people, it's the same. They eat, they drink, that, you know, whatever we call it, sex, and they multiply. But it can't be that we are the same. And we need to understand that. That's why we receive that part, that Tselem, so we can be in a level that we can reveal the love. I'll go slowly because we're going to some places. It's not so easy to understand. The Tselem, this is the part that they call Chelek Elokai Mimal, this part of God from above. And that was like a God invitation. When he let it in every one of us, that soul comes in, it's like invitation. We've been invited to be partners with God, partners of creation. That's the minute we got it, that's what it is. And that's why it says that we cannot take it for granted that everything being created, male and female, even when you talk about, and I'm going to read it, the fourth day, it's the moon and the sun. Whoever knows Hebrew, the moon, we call it Levana. It's a name of a woman. Okay? It's a female white. They call it white female. Levana. And the sun is male. It's the force. So the minute we understand that everything in this world is male and female, everything, except some things for the reason, but I'm not talking about it. 99% of the things in the world is male and female. Even when you take a screw and you put in some place, it's male and female. Everything is male and female. When you plug and you charge your phone, it's male and female. Everything is male and female. So it says we receive that part, that part of God, Chelek Elokai Mimal, one part of God from above, to be partners. So we receive the invitation. So we cannot take it for granted, and we cannot just think we got used to it, yes, because if it was not, we wouldn't even know that everything is male and female. We don't. The male have to know his part, and the female needs to know her part. And I'm not talking about just a physical act. I'm talking about what my essence in this world as a male, what my essence as a female. If we look outside, and we see it all the time, but we don't think about it, we see the soil, the dirt, and we see the vegetation, the trees or whatever grows. We, doesn't matter male and female, when we look at that, we give more credit to the tree, for example. We don't care about the soil, but we don't get it. The tree is the male, the soil female, because we call it Mother Nature. Do you think any tree can grow without the soil? No. So there is partnership between male and female, even between the tree and the soil. So everything is partnership between male and female. So the minute we become partners with creation, so all the trees have in the fruit, when you have already the fruit, you have inside the fruit all the seed levels to create more trees. When you have a person with the male, there is the sperm, it means the seeds, and the female have the eggs, it means the soil. It means when we put them together, we are partners with creation, we create another human being. We cannot just look at it as like, oh, it happened, that's how, no. This is the story of creation to understand the partnerships that we have. So when we say Boreh, some people even say it in different blessings, but when we say Boreh, it means, the word Boreh, it means the beginning. It means he made the beginning that we're gonna be partners. Okay, and that's why there is a sentence in this portion that says, "Vayachal Elokim et kol melachto asher asa." God finished his job, all the job that he had to do. So if God finished the job, What's happening? Yes, he did his part, he's done. Now we have to be the partners that continue doing the job. That's why it says clearly, I finished. He finished his job, and that sentence is clear. You don't have to understand it too much. And therefore, the whole process of creation, it's to teach us about love. Love. Of course, love your friend, but it says love. So let's see if we can understand simple stuff. Okay, before we go to even higher than that, we go to the simple stuff. Okay, so here we go. It's the first day. So what happened before the creation started? I'm going to read it. בראשית ברא אלוקים את השמיים והארץ, והארץ הייתה תוהו ובוהו, וחושך על פני תהום, ורוח אלוהים מרחפת על פני. It says it was ruach. It means it was this force that called ruach. It's like avir in Hebrew. It means air. It means also the soul. It was floating over the waters. So it means air and water were before creation. And I'm not going to go there, but we need to understand that air and water, it's the main force in physical reality for us to exist, and that's the light. I'm going to show you soon how it works with the words and the letters. Then, the first day, Vayomer Elokim yi or. So he says, God says, let be light. What does it mean? Most people thought, me too, that the word light and God is the same thing. Here it says, God said, let be light. Okay, so we need to understand light. And I'm not going to go through Talmudic examination, trust me. We're going to do only what we need about love. Okay, so it says, Vayar Elokim et haor ki tov. God saw the light is good. Vayavdel Elokim is separated between the light and the darkness. Vayikra Elohim laor yom, the light he called it day, and the darkness is called night. Vayiher v'yiboker yom echad. So now this is the most important part, actually. That's the beginning of the portion. It says it was evening and morning, day one. What does it mean? Why not first day? Yom Rishon. In Hebrew we say Rishon. Why one? And this is it. You see here, this is Echad, the first one. And the second one is love, Ahava. The third one is to care, Da'aga. Numerical value of all of them is 13. Okay? So the thing is, if you saw the movie Avatar, if not, you should, you see everything was connected. Everything. I love this movie because it reminds really what here Bereshit, what Genesis is talking about. It was all connected. Everything was one. But look what happened now. We need to understand that when we read it, it doesn't make sense because it says about day one, day two, day three. No, it was good, it was this, it was that. But if we ask simple question, how was it 3 days, evening and morning, when it says clearly that he created the moon and the sun at the fourth day? See, we need, why I'm saying it? Because we need to remove where we stuck thousands of years. We read things literally and we stay with it. And not just about the story, because some of us doesn't even know the story. It's the story of your life. We stuck with things that we are sure what I see and what I understand and what I know, it's exactly what it is. And that's not true. If we climb from a level that we are to a higher level, we see a different picture. If a person will create Creation, it means create himself from the beginning all the time, is going to see many things different. And that's all about love. Love cannot be stagnant. Love cannot be just whatever it is that we think it is. Love is supposed to be renewed all the time. We don't do anything about it, especially getting married. We get used to each other. Okay? So it's like, okay, I know that person already a long time, that's it. Maybe after a little bit, but that's next week, after disaster, maybe there is something that we have to do. But otherwise, we take everything for granted, everything. And that's what telling us the second day. And the second day, it doesn't say like the first day and the rest of the days that it says, Vayar Elokim et haor ki tov, that he saw the light is good. It doesn't say in the second day any word of good. So what happened in the second day? Why there is no good? The word tov doesn't exist. Some people know about it. And the third day there is twice. And we need to understand, is it really God was creating the world day after day? You really believe that he got tired and he went to lay down? He was so tired at the seventh day, and that's why there's Shabbat. I mean, come on. After 4,000 years, we cannot stay ignorant. It's all about love. Whoever did married and he crushed the cup, this glass, ask many people. I asked people, they don't even know why they did it. And everybody cheer, wow, he broke the glass. What cheering about? Broken of the glass is to remind us that if you break it, it will never be the same. So it's better not to break it, but you still have the chance to fix it. But remember, it's better not to break it. And that's the second day of creation. There is no good. It was separation. So what happened in the third day? The third day, there is twice good. Why twice good? It's because we have to make the effort twice as effort as what it was in the beginning. Echad, it was love, but it was easy because it was the beginning. Beginning is always good. After separation, we have to put at least twice, if not more, effort to bring what it was easy in the first place to put it together. And we need to really understand that. If we can understand that we have to make really much effort after separation, so think about it. Maybe it's better to put more effort while we are together, partnerships, marriage or whatever. We have to create ourselves on a daily basis. But I say always to people, at least once a week, no phones, no kids, nothing. Once a week at least, you have to date your wife like you are new and she is new. Totally, like you don't know each other. Because what's going to happen if a person now is divorced, you have to look for another person. What do you have to do? You have to date. You have to start all over again. But the person have to remember that the person that is really with us, it means that when we get married, is really the person that we have to make an effort, because that was the whole thing about marriage. It's to practice love so we can give it also to others. So if we cannot practice love with two people, how can we do it with someone else? And I'm not talking about sex, because in America, it says to make love, immediately everybody think about only the physicality. No, I'm not talking about it. I'm talking about love that it's not physical, and a person loves the person with all his soul, with his nefesh. And that's why the second day it was separation. The third day, it was twice good to make twice effort. So it means you have to appreciate that in the beginning you didn't really have to do almost no effort. Think about it. Why people love someone that is new? You see, we can be with someone 20 years, 10 years, 30 years. We get used to each other. And then we meet someone, it's called cheating, but we meet someone, suddenly it's excitement. Why it's so excited? Because you don't know anything about that person. To love someone that you don't know anything about, it's easy. To love someone, I have to know everything about the person. And that's why they're telling us all the details of what's happening in the first day, the second day, the third day. And the fourth day, again, it was separation. Because it says, Hevdil ben hayom vela, it separates between the day and the night. It separates between the sun and the moon, separates between the male and female. Again, separation. So now we have to work again on Thursday to make effort to bring it together. And that's, it starts saying, nefesh, hayah. So whoever knows the levels of the soul, it's called nefesh, ruach, neshama, hayah, yachidah. For some of us, what I said, it's Chinese, but it's okay. We need to know there's five parts to the neshama, to the soul within. It says nefesh hayah, ve'of yorofef, and there is all those different kind of animals and birds, whatever that been created. And that was the fifth day. But after the fifth day, it was the sixth day, and that's really a little bit amazing. What happened in the sixth day? It's all about our daily life. Those 6 days, it's not just that we wake up, we eat, drink, pay bills. It's about everything we do with people that we meet, with people that we deal with. It's all about love. It's not just about hugging and kissing. Love is in the heart. The Torah started with the letter Bet and ended with the letter Lamed. Those two letters, it means heart. And we say heart in Hebrew, lev. If you tell American person to say lev, he's going to say love. So love, it means lev. And many people think that the word love is English. It's actually Hebrew for the heart. And that's really what it is. Now, what happened in the sixth day? Again, doesn't make sense. He's talking about, again, the animals before he created Adam. And then it says, Vayomer Elokim naaseh Adam b'tzelmeinu kedmudeinu. We'll create Adam, but it's not a name. It's Adam. We don't even know. What does it mean, Adam? I mean, we got used to, right? Adam Arishon, the first Adam and Eve. But what does it mean, Adam? You know, ask any Israeli that speaks Hebrew. I don't know, that's what it is. So we get used to words. So if it used to say any different name and we got used to it, we would say that's what it is. So we get used to the words without asking what's the meaning. What's the meaning of the word Adam? So you have to know, he says, Vayi Or. The first letter is Aleph. That's light. And the second part, 2 letters, Dam, it means blood. It means you have the body and the soul that works together. And in the blood runs the nefesh. And that's the whole thing, that we have to be above the level of nefesh, because that's the animal with us. And we need to really raise ourselves. And that's why we study to awaken the surrounding light of our soul, to understand that we are here to complete our part of creation, and it's all about love, nothing else, nothing else. Because if you want to love someone, you have to have also patience, don't forget. You have tolerance. You have to make sure that you are considerate. You have to consider the other person, to put the other person before you, not as a slogan. We say something and we behave differently. We have to do it. And that's why in the sixth day it says, B'Tselem Elokim bara oto, with the shadow of God he created us, Zachar v'nekeva bara otam. It says, male and female created them. How can it be that it says he created us male and female? And later on he had to put, the same sentence, he had to put Adam to sleep so he can create with one of the bones the female. So tell me, I don't get it. Yes or no? Right here you said male and female, and then later on you said I have to create a female to Adam. I don't want him to be alone. So what is it that we don't understand what it says here? Okay, so the whole thing is that they were like androgynos. They were male and female together. Okay. The whole thing, when we say tzela, of course, tzela, it means in Hebrew many definitions, but tzela, it means one of the bones on one side, called tzela. But in Hebrew, tzela, it's also, let's say when you have a box, one side of the box. Okay, it's also tzela. Also, a side of a mountain, we call tzela ahar. So every time we talk about a side, it means tzela. Whoever reads the Bible with the translation, they write translation that without the meaning, without the understanding. So the whole thing is the separation in the second day, the separation in the fourth day, all this. And when he created the upon it within, in the end it says, Ve'ine tov me'od. The word me'od, it means very in English. Me'od, it means this evil inclination being created to give us the choice. So to be partnered with God and to have the choice, it cannot be that it's automatic. It cannot be nothing automatic. We have to understand that love is a lot of work, not a little work. It's a lot of work. Okay, and that's why it says Zachar v'nekeva. Originally, the soul is male and female. So that's what it is. When it comes to this word, it splits. It becomes right and left, male and female. It's two halves that needs to find each other and to stick together. And it says clearly here. Al ken ya'azov ish et aviv ve'imo. A person, after he grew up, he leaves his father and his mother physically, but it means also he's not soul anymore. It means the father, it means chokhmah and bina, it's the second level, but even father and mother, v'davak be'ishto, and he cleave himself to his wife, and they become one. Again, echad, not just one, as I showed you. Echad, they became one, not two. So it means love, it means to care. So the Torah is really talking about the day of creation, is to tell us the process of what's going to happen to us as we go with different things between us and kids, between the kids and us, between husband and wife, between all the things that we're going through. So we need to really understand how it works about everything. Okay, so if I'll tell you, what does it mean or? Okay, what does it mean or? For us, or is just, whoever knows translation, it means light. But here I'm going to show you. You see, this is or. The Yud is the 10th letter. The 10th letter, it means the 10th Sfirot. It means the tree of life. If you put the Yud in the middle of the words or, it becomes air. It means avir. When you take the word neshama and you take the 10th Sfirot, the tree of life that we call 10 Sfirot, this is the process of everything, how it happens in this world. And you put it in the middle of also of the word neshama, as we did here, and become neshima, it means breathing. So think, do you see the or, the light? No. Do you see the air? No. Can you exist without your neshama that you don't see? No. Can you exist without the air? No. You see, let's make a formula for ourselves. Everything you don't see, you cannot exist even to few seconds or whatever, let's say a minute. Everything you see, you can exist without in different levels of, let's say the second one is water and then food and then, but everything else that we are so attached to, we can exist without. But imagine, you don't need to kill a person, not with a gun, not with a knife, not with anything. Just a plastic bag. That's it. You put it over the head of the person, it's gone. Because he needs the light. The neshama needs the light, neshama or, and then or, it's avir, it means air, and neshima, it means breathing. Exactly as you need breathing to exist. It doesn't matter how long you can hold it, a minute or two or three. We need to know it. And this is also the male and female. Because the neshama, think about it, everything we say in Hebrew is male and female. Everything. Except the word neshama. We don't say for the male, neshem. We say also neshama. Everything else we say male and female. Why? Because the neshama is always female. And the light that comes in is male. Same thing the air. Neshima, it's the lungs, it's the female. It goes in. The air is male. Everything in this world is about love. Because when you want to love, you need to take a deep breath. It means, deep breath, usually we know what it means. You need to have patience. Patience is a virtue. That's love. We don't have. And that's why everything in this portion, everything from A to Z, is all about how we are partners with God and we are creating the love. Vayi erev, vayi boker, yom echad. Love, care. Think about the movie Avatar. Everything is connected. The soil, the trees, the veggies, the animals, everything is connected. They are so one. And without being unity, without even, there is one cell in the body, from whatever, 3 billion cells in the body, one cell, God forbid, is not going to be in unity with the body, it's called cancer cell. The unity that we need to have is so amazing that you can't even believe. I'll show you another thing that hopefully we will understand. We will. I'll show you another thing. Okay? Here. Look at this one. You know what I wrote? Fire, Esh. Okay? But look now. I'm going to show you this way. I'm going to put here, again, the letter Yud, the 10 Sfirot. For the male, it become Ish, a man. And right here, I'm going to put the female, the Malchut, the word of action that we live in, is Hey. It become woman, Isha. Now wait, we say Yudke Vavke. It means the Yudke, it's the light. If you take the Yud out and the Hey, Yudke, you take it out, only fire and fire. And that's when people fight. We cannot take the spirituality. We cannot take the Yudke out of it, of the love. It cannot be just fire and fire because we're going to consume each other. We're going to kill each other. And that's what's happening. What about the souls that the new souls that we brought this world? Why we have to destroy them? And we have to take responsibility over it. And that's why I'm repeating the sentence. Therefore, therefore, Yazov Ish et Aviv et Imo. Person reach a level of age that he leaves his father and mother and cleave to his wife. It says, Davak beishto, v'ayu lebasar achad. Again, they become one, and one means love. Numerical value 13. It means above the 12 signs of the zodiac. You are above. You cannot even say, I've been controlled. And that's why when we say the word in Hebrew, marriage, nisuim in Hebrew, it's to carry. When you carry something, lasset. When you carry, it means you have to take responsibility. And the whole thing of Rabbi Ziegler says that marriage, it means to practice love between two people so I can give it to someone else because you cannot give what you don't have. And therefore, when we say Boreh, the whole word of Bereshit, the beginning Boreh, Bereshit bara, Boreh, create, it means that each one of us have to create himself every day, every week, every month, every year, from the beginning. Think about it. Tell me if it's not true that it doesn't matter when you were born, you're celebrating your birth day. You're creating yourself again every year. You're supposed to. It's not about the gift and this and the balloons and the cake. That's what it means. That we're creating ourselves every year, but also every day and every month. Because in Hebrew, month, Chodesh Tov. Chodesh in Hebrew, if you change the vowel, is Hadash, means new. We need to be new. We cannot be the old of me with the new year. The new year with the new me too. We have to create ourselves from the beginning. We create our marriage every day, every week, every month, every year. Create. Maaseh Bereshit. It means the thought of creation. How they call this word? Makom Avodah. It's the place of work because everything, marriage, any partnership, love, it's work. It's not an instinct. It's not automatic. It's not just to have sex. It's not just about physicality. It's work. And that's why when we say Bereshit, Sfirat Zman, you know, I don't know who ever know Hebrew, but when we say Sfirot, Sfirah, it means the tree of life. It means worlds and all those Sfirah. But in Hebrew, Sfirah, it's also to count. The beginning when we start counting time, it's only from the day that Adam and Eve been created. Adam and Eve being created, from that time we're starting to count time. So the world being created yesh miyesh, it means it exists from whatever exists. And when we say sphira, it means the count and the desire to do our partnership, the desire to do our partnership with creation, it means yesh mi'ayin, means there is from nothing. It was a new creation, the desire. It's very deep, this part, but I'm trying to make it simple. So the whole thing, whoever heard when we say the endless, it means every reality possible already existed. Like King Solomon said, there is nothing new under the sun. All המציאויות, all the things, any kind of thing already, reality or existed already before. And we have ashgaha smuya, we have a concealed supervision of how the world works. How a baby comes to this world and you see the father and the mother never change their DNA, and every kid is a different, totally world from the other brother and sister, is because there is supervision that have to push each one to exactly where they need to be in their own tikkun. It means their own correction. They have to find themselves. They have to upgrade themselves. They have to make sure that we help each other, especially the women have to make sure that the husband is spiritual. If not, they'll pay for it. That's how it works. So our part of the partnership with God is all about love, to step up with those levels that we are and to be one. Why we say Echad, Hu Echad Ushmo Echad. We say Shema Israel, we say Echad. So many times we say Echad. It means to be one, it means love. So the minute we understand that we have to step up to be one, it means that you can step up by yourself. You've been split to two. You and your partner, and all of us together as unity. Think about it. Unity in Hebrew is ahdut, echad and vav and taf. So it means together we're going to be one. We're supposed to support each other, human dignity, tolerance, love, to care for the person, to put the other person before me. And that's why we are here in this world, in the physical world. Through the physicality, we have to make an effort to step up and to go to what it says, Bereshit. And don't forget, Bereshit is also Rosh, Bait, same letters. The first thing, it has to be peace between the husband and the wife. First thing. If there is peace, it's going to be peace also with the kids. If there is no peace, it's not going to be. So if any kid going through any trauma or anything or whatever they go through, is because there is something wrong. We have to fix it with the parents. Everything is going to be fixed with the kids. And therefore, when we connecting the word love, okay, love, we said it's 13, right? If we take pa'amayim be'ava, before Shema Yisrael say pa'amayim be'ava, if we take twice love, 13 and 13 is 26. The name of God, Yud Kevavke, is 26. To be present, Havayah, 26. It means, Havayah, 26, it means twice love. It's not one, two sides. I give you love, you give me love. I give anybody love, they give me love. And that's called the name of God. When one gives, the other one receives. It's two to tango. Okay? So if there is something wrong, we have to check also ourselves. So we need to understand what we're doing. Havayah, it means to be present with the love that you have, and you have to accelerate it. It means you have to create in the now your future. So it means if I have the love now, what's going to happen in the future? the tree is going to grow. It's going to be love tree. If there is no love in the present, it's not going to be in the future. We have to create it. Okay? That's why we need to create it again and again. And again and again. It's not like one time. Because there is second day, fourth day, there is some things that are happening to us that destroys this unity, this echad, this love. So here we're learning about the world, about ourselves, that the process of creation, Maaseh Bereshit, it's to know that we have lack. There is lack. And we have to fulfill it. Unfortunately, we don't see. Talmud discrimination says that was the whole purpose of creation, because there is lack. We didn't even see, we didn't know that we are one. And the process started. When we reached the bottom, it's called Dalet, it means we reached Malchut, we said, wait, I want what I had before. Well, now you have to climb up. You have to make an effort to go back to where you were. So it's not automatic, it's work. Through the physical reality, through the world of physicality, we have to fulfill the lack. I always say, unfortunately, we are so connected to physicality. And how do I say it in a simple way? I say, what's more important, a person or a car? The person. Always people say, of course, a person. So when a car gets scratched and the person gets scratched, which one you get more upset? It says the car. So you said the person is more important. Simple. Simple. It shows that we're saying slogans. We don't stick to what we say. So don't stick to the slogans. Don't lie to yourself. We are here in the physical reality, but I need to control the physicality, not the physicality is supposed to control me. Because with the minute physicality control you, it's like living in Egypt. So we all together, we're supposed to go and step up. Each one of us together, but all together will be one. And when we say the word, even tshuva, when you heard, like before Rosh Hashanah, through Rosh Hashanah, tshuva comes from the word go back, tashuv, go back. That's tshuva really, not what the Israelis think. Tshuva, it means to go back to what? To where we were one, echad, and we lost it. We went so low and we have to climb back to be one. The way it was. Okay? So for example, another thing just to show you, when we put the lulav, people do the lulav, da, la, 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 da. Hey, hello. There is 4 different kinds of the lulav. Okay, you have the lulav itself, that it's from the palm tree. You have the willows, you have the myrtles, and you have the etrog, like the lemon. What it says that each one of those represents those 4 different people in this world. Some they have more money, some they have less. Some is more educated, some less. Some is more chacham, it means wise, some less. Why not everybody is going to be wise or everybody is going to be rich? Because what's going to happen? If you're going to be, all of them going to be rich, who's going to need each other? The only way to complete this world, we have to be all those 4 phases. And look what we have to do when we do the lulav. We have to tie them together. That's really love, to be one. So people do this and without even thinking, it's not about doing this. It's about being together. When you look at someone, it could be your kid, it could be husband, wife, it could be brother, sister, friends. We want them to be whatever we want them to be. We need to accept them as they are, to love them as they are, and to be together and to be present. Forget the past. From now on, continue, create yourself, create your relationship, create your love, create your happiness from the beginning and go forward. Don't look ever backwards. Go forward. Do it. Connect everybody together. We have to practice to accept each other. We don't. And that's to care for each other. The word care, da'aga in Hebrew, it's also 13, it's also love. This is Bereshit. This is the whole thing of what happened here. This is all the story also of the snake that seduced Eve, and Eve seduced Adam. And then when God came to Adam and says, what did you do? I told you not to touch this tree. He says, she told me. Until today, we always blame the woman. And when God told Eve, what did you do? He says, no, it was the snake. What do we do always? We take this finger and we blame anything except ourselves. Let's take responsibility and bring love to the table. Bring love between all of us. If you have someone in your family, brother, sister, whatever, you know, come on. It's a new year. Forgive. Try to do the best, even if the other person from the other side is not going to jump so quickly. But come on. Life is not too long as you think. What do you want? To say, I'm sorry, just a few minutes before we leave the world and the soul's going to leave? Come on. Let's do something about Bereshit, the beginning of the year. The first portion. That's the time that we are created from the beginning. Do something with some friend and family or whatever. Make your effort. It's okay if the other person is not going to be as you want them to be. It's okay. You do what you need to do. Send it. Just don't worry about it. And things are going to be much better later on.